So this is Acer's Z35 or Z35 depending on where you're from. It is a 2560 by 1080 ultra wide gaming monitor. Goes up to 200Hz if you really overclock this thing, and it's really pretty awesome. Stick around to find out some more. Check out TechteamGB.co.uk for more awesome news, reviews and other stuff, including more information on this product and many more. Stick around for this awesome video. So starting with the base, as you can see we have a mix of plastic and metal, and it's actually very sturdy, which is really quite nice. You also have everything that's very colour matched, so you have a nice cable management hole there for the couple of cables you might need to pass through, and overall this is actually a really stylish monitor. It's quite thick and quite deep and takes up a lot of space on your desk, but with the general aesthetic it's a very pleasing thing to look at, with the red accents, the brushed the brushed aluminium look, as well as that very cool Predator logo on the back and on the front. You also have some Rgb Underglow LEDs if you want to kind of, light up your desk depending on what gaming mode you're on, and some nice transparent buttons on the right hand side which are actually quite nice to use, so that's cool. Here's the Underglow LEDs. In terms of the I/O, you've got the power in from the power brick, as well as DisplayPort 1.2a and HDMI 1.4 and a headphone out, as well as I said, those Underglow LEDs, and a USB 3 hub, 4-port USB 3 hub, which juts kind of outwards, so if this is going to be close to the wall, especially on that side, just be careful there. In terms of specs, this is the 35-inch 2560 by 1080, so not the highest end, but because it isn't the full sort of half 4K resolution, this allows for up to 200Hz gaming on this, which is pretty incredible. You also have Gsync, which is really cool, and a decent amount of tilt and height adjust, although no swivel, you just have to, move the monitor for that one. In terms of gaming on this thing, it was a really nice experience. I have to say that, as I said in my higher resolution monitor video, an ultra-wide makes gaming a lot of a different experience. You get a bit of a competitive advantage because you actually end up seeing something different than a standard 16:9, whether it's 1080p, 1440p or 4K monitor would. You don't actually see any extra with those, you just get a nicer kind of more quality to the image, whereas with this you actually get a different experience. That's pretty cool. Obviously with the 200Hz feature, it's a very nice monitor for stuff like FPS gaming and anything that would benefit from high refresh rates. And just as a note to the menu here, it's a little bit difficult to get kind of maneuver around, and once I got in a gaming mode I couldn't actually get out of it for a while, couldn't work out that one, but once you do you can understand that there are most of the settings that you would expect and relatively easy. A quick note, the reason that this is on my desk and not the test desk over there is just because I wanted to work out and kind of find out if this and ultra-wide, generally this one specifically, is something that I could live with on a daily basis. Now I think it's going to take a bit more work kind of getting used to stuff, but it is actually a really nice monitor. My friend Phil, who co-hosted the monthly tech show with me this month or last month, he actually has a ultra-wide, it's a Dell one, but it's the same resolution, 2560 by 1080, and he really likes it. So I think it is something that I could live with. Gaming is something that's just fantastic on this. As I said in my high-res gaming sort of display video, which you can check out in the card up there, this makes it a lot more of a kind of immersive experience. You actually get to see more most of the time, as opposed to what 4K does, which is just stretch and then add more detail. So this is really nice, and I'm very happy with the gaming experience. Also productivity-wise, being able to see just that little bit more, especially on things like Premiere timelines, be able to see the entire video or the entire project in a little bit more detail, things being a little bit bigger and being able to see things is actually really nice as well. The resolution was something that I thought would be a bit of an issue, but really even at this size, being 35 inches total, which means it's a very big and kind of cumbersome display, it actually wasn't too bad. I'm actually pretty happy with the sort of pixel density here, so that's pretty cool. The one thing I do want to mention though is that the viewing angles, if you're not looking dead center, the edges especially on the curve, or if you're looking from anywhere else that isn't relatively dead center, especially the edges look quite washed out. It's not a massive problem, especially if you're looking at it head on, which most people do, and it does have a nice adjustability as well, so it's not too much a problem. I just wanted to make a note of it, but otherwise there's no panel issues I've seen, no backlight bleed or anything, so that's pretty cool. Overall, in terms of the kind of specific pros and cons, I have to say that this is a really nice display. The pixel density obviously could be higher, but that's why you go for an X34 as opposed to the Z35, so you know, there's that. It is still quite expensive, although it is cheaper than the X34 with a fairly similar experience. Less premium, but still a very nice experience. So that's kind of a good and bad thing, I guess. And overall, gaming is fantastic. Productivity is actually really nice. And I've got to say that I really do like it, which is why for Vive money, kind of as you can expect, it is an expensive monitor, but for what you get and for the market that it's currently in, it's pretty well priced relatively. It's going to have to get a 5 for performance because it really is a very nice monitor. Functionality, I'm also going to go for a 5 because with the inputs that work well, you've got a USB 3 hub in the back, which is nice. It's not something that I would necessarily use every day, but still nice that it's there. And the general aesthetic of it has to be a 5 as well. And the fact that because this is 2560 by 1080, you can run at 144 Hz, that's also pretty awesome, and obviously Gsync support. And finally, TechteamGB score is going to be a 5 because this really is a great monitor. I do actually really like this, and this would be one of the monitors that I would put on my list of ones that I would pay my own money for, so that's kind of something there. It's going to get the Gold Award because, as I said, I do enjoy it. It is very nice to use, and I do recommend it. So if you're looking for an ultra-wide, especially a gaming ultra-wide, check one of these out. So if you're planning on picking this up, or really anything else, it could be your garden shed or whatever, feel free to use my Amazon affiliate links in the description down below. It genuinely is helping me make these videos. I'm not asking you to spend any more money, just click a link before you buy the stuff you're already going to buy. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. If you didn't, feel free to dislike, but let me know why in the comments down below so that I can improve for next time, because otherwise I'm just going to keep making the same mistakes and then you'll just leave and then it will be sad and then so yeah, let me know what you would like to see changed in the future. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my many other videos, including the one on the XR341, which is the FreeSync big brother to this. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next video.